Welcome everybody, Takedown 124, big night of action for you here to come. The SAWF Takedown Championship is on the line. Mr. Matt Moon, the new champion, will be taking on Thunderstorm in the main event. Triple threat match for the SAWF Championship. Adam Awful, the champion, the Prodigy, and a third opponent who will be decided in our second match, James Anderson versus Adrian Evans. But Thunderstorm is here to have a crack at the SAWF Takedown Championship. Have a crack at Mr. Matt Moon, who won it last week against Mike Dexter. You heard that. If you missed it, if you didn't see it for some reason, you're watching this episode, you didn't watch the last episode, Mr. Matt Moon beat Mike Dexter. I think you want to see that. But watch this show. Watch this show too. Thunderstorm is here. We did not see Thunderstorm last week here at the SAWF. And Thunderstorm, he was in the first ever SAWF Takedown Championship match. And there he is, the new SAWF Takedown Champion.
You see this?
I see it!
I am champion! And so are you!
What? So
We are
am I.
champion together!
Dual champions?
Yes. This is the thumbnail!
Double. This is the thumbnail originally.
Yes.
Nope. Take
Okay.
that.
I'll give you this.
Yep, I'll hold on to
Remember
this
what I say. You lose it,
one. I'm never losing
I'll
it.
kill you.
Huh?
You lose it, I'll kill you.
Okay.
K-U-L.
K-U... He'll cull me? He's the SAWF Takedown Champion. Not me. Here he is.
Ah!
That's him with the SAWF Takedown Championship. I'm sure the inhabitants of the moon are very happy about that one. He's teasing that referee. Mr. Matt Moon's all about having fun. Can you feel it indeed? And there it is. That is what these two are fighting for. The SAWF Takedown Championship. And this is going to be a big match. A show of respect there. Shake of the hand. And these two, starting off with a headlock.
No, yes, no.
Thunderstorm in control right now. Oh my god, really twisting that arm so much that this Matt Moon was sent crashing to the mat, crashing to the earth. And Thunderstorm, he wants a Takedown Championship. It has eluded him for so long. And this might be his moment to shine. And going for a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. And a test of strength between the two. Seemingly very even right now. But no, Thunderstorm, the stronger of the two right now. And that could be a matter of Earth versus Moon gravity. In a lower gravity situation, the muscles might develop a bit less.
Oh no!
Oh, and he turned that into a very interesting pin. Had a lot of control on that pin. I've just never seen a pin quite like that in my life. I was speechless. Some elbow strikes in the corner. Turns out the referee pauses the count. Pause. Now the referee is going to give him till 5. You don't need Mike here to tell you that one. And what was that? I'm not sure what it was, but it gave Thunderstorm enough time to move. And Thunderstorm is in control right now. We saw in 2021, we saw Thunderstorm in some very impressive showings against the Prodigy for the Takedown Championship and for the SAWF Championship. Uh-oh. He's psyching him out. Interesting offense there from Thunderstorm. You don't see it all the time. But sometimes Thunderstorm gets nice and serious and... Oh my god, a splash across the back. Maybe did a little bit of damage to Thunderstorm himself, but not enough to keep him down. Could Miss Matt Moon lose the Takedown Championship? Not yet. Come on! Wait, what happened? What happened to Miss Matt Moon? He's down. He was up, but now he's down. Oh, he's gonna pin him again! 1, 2, no! He's up. I think maybe he was playing possum there, a moon possum. And what? I think there's a choke slam from Thunderstorm he's going for, but Mr. Matt Moon bouncing out of it. That's kind of how you move on the moon. They kind of like bounce. You ever seen the moon landing? I wonder if Mr. Matt Moon met those guys. Neil Armstrong. Oh, and I think he got him in the eyes there. And a little bit of... Maybe not the most sportsmanlike move, especially after their handshake in the beginning. Not sure about that one. And what is... Oh, an elbow across the ankle, it looked like. At least from my vantage point. And Miss Matt Moon, a cover here. Unconventional. When you don't hook a leg, it's a bit hard to expect success. Miss Matt Moon. Big kick right there. Some dance moves into another kick. Miss Matt Moon is in firm control right now. And he can feel it. He can feel the energy from all his supporters on the moon and on Earth. And what is happening here? Huh? Thunderstorm doing push-ups to get out of that camel clutch-like maneuver, and a full Nelson applied. Miss Matt Moon is now in the middle of the ring in a full Nelson. This is not a good position for Miss Matt Moon to be in, especially off your feet. But Thunderstorm releasing the pressure, turning into a pin. Maybe he thinks he's knocked Miss Matt Moon out. Miss Matt Moon getting his hands in the air like he just does not care. But maybe he does care because it is the SAWF Takedown Championship. And those strikes to the head of Thunderstorm landing flush. Miss Matt Moon into the corner there. And what? Huge body splash into the turnbuckle there. And the peri-peri kicking is winding up. He's getting ready. Oh my god, that's Respaldo De Niro. In the shorts. Oh my god, you
look like an idiot.
A new look from Respaldo De Niro. Maybe this is that serious Respaldo De Niro. Business casual Respaldo De Niro. In the shorts. What is... New look? Respaldo.
What we call casual De Niro.
Casual De Niro. Or casual De Niro.
Casual.
And what's he going for here? That rolling thunder. 1, 2, 3. That is a successful defense for Mr. Matt Moon. Huge moment for Mr. Matt Moon to be successful in his first defense of the Takedown Championship. And the former Takedown champion Maybe not too happy about what happened last week. You tried.
Hello! Thank you. I've got a rematch. I've got a rematch for you and me. Mind games. I'm taking the title back.
Oh.
Accept my challenge. Haha. No. You don't want to face me at mind games. No, I'll get you on. Okay. You are gay. I know
I'm not gay.
Yes.
Okay. I understand. Shake my hand.
Did you wash it?
Yes.
Sanitize.
Yes.
Bleach.
Yeah, I did all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I understand.
Wait, so Miss Mamoon accepted
No, the man
the
said
challenge,
I said no.
but you shook his
No,
you shook his hand.
He said no, except the thing is, I don't take too well to saying no.
No, not the.
Let go of it, Lucas.
Not the mask, not the
And if you
mask.
want to see it again, bitch, you will give me the rematch.
No, he's gonna tear the mask.
No.
The
You
extreme.
rematch. You and me at my against the title.
Okay, fine.
But yes.
Okay, you give me my mask back. You have match again.
Two-time champion.
I see you at my game.
Mike Dexter really pulling out all the stops to get a challenge across for the Takedown Championship, almost trying to destroy Miss Mamoon's head.
I have match with my game.
Okay, so Mr. Mamoon versus Mike Dexter in the rematch at Mind Games.
I have a match
Yep,
with migraine.
Mike Dexter
At migraine.
at Mind Games. Yeah,
Migraine.
Mind Games.
Headache.
Some would describe Mike Dexter as that. Well, you look at, you're not in that match.
Shit.
Well, the match that Miss Mamoon was looking at on the run sheet is James Anderson versus Adrian Evans. The winner of that match goes into the main event, the triple threat match, and joins Adam Awful and the Prodigy for the SAWF World Championship. Stay tuned. Welcome everyone back to Takedown 124. We are in our second match of the evening, a qualification match for the Takedown main event for the SAWF Championship. I'm joined by the SAWF champion, the Prodigy, who I guess is out here scouting who might be entering that match. It's James Anderson versus Adrian Evans. Now for Adrian Evans, it's very interesting because that gives him two opportunities. And speaking of Adrian Evans, he's coming out here first.
Just having a look to see who is exactly going to be in this triple threat match.
With you and Adam Awful. You already know that Adam Awful's there.
I'm guessing Adam Awful's been placed in there because of his win,
Yeah, I think
over Adrian Evans last week.
James is very impressed.
which was it was 2-on-1.
I mentioned that.
Instead of teaming me up with
Okay.
Adrian, he puts me in a match against Spalda De Niro.
We saw Respalda De Niro in our first match. Respalda Casual, he called himself, or something along those lines. But here is Adrian Evans, the #1 contender for the SAWF Championship at Mind Games. But he will have another, if he can beat James Anderson tonight, he'll have another opportunity tonight. What? If he wins it tonight, then it would still be the match, but you would be the challenger.
Try to say I'm going to lose.
I'm just saying, I'm just speaking about potentials. Anything can happen here in the SAWF.
Look, Lucas, James Anderson is doing anything and everything he can to try to split up the high powers. Because he built this group. James Anderson started the high powers in 2015. And I was the first and only member at the time. I brought in Adrian Evans. James Anderson never liked that. So now, what James Anderson has decided to do, after he screwed us, which was a great plan by the way, is try to now drive a wedge between us. I'll tell you this right now. Mind games, regardless whether I'm the champion, whether Adrian's the champion, vice versa, doesn't matter. We're going to have that match. And one of us is going to the main event of Showdown. and that's it. There's going to be no wedge drawn between us. Best man is going to win.
There is nothing wrong with the higher powers.
Nothing wrong with the higher powers.
The higher powers
Mike
are
Jackson
okay.
may have lost the Takedown Championship, but that was due to James Anderson.
Speaking of James
One thing
Anderson, there he
we can
is.
deal with.
100% owner of the SAWF. And he wants, I guess he'll want to insert himself into that triple threat. And
Because that triple threat, if James Anderson wins, it's a glorified handicap match for me.
could the
James
same,
Anderson and Adam Orful, after teaming up last week, they're not going to go at each other. Titles on the line, let's be honest, they're going to try to take me out.
I mean, we saw egos boil up in Team SAWF a few weeks ago. There is that, while you say that they might go for you first, but when it comes down to the two of them, is Adam Orful going to lie down for James Anderson? Is James Anderson going to lie down for Adam Orful? I don't think so.
You know, speaking of Adam Orful, he actually played a big part in the higher powers winning. Actually, the best thing he did was he dropped both Jack Blade and Ryan Sampson.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, with the SAWF Championship being on the line, their egos were going to overtake them. 3 individuals who would love to win that belt, but only one can. So that was,
And
it was almost
where-
guaranteed.
Where are Jack Blade and Ryan Sampson anyway?
I have not seen them for a little while.
Bit of a ghost town here.
But this match is underway.
Maybe James can answer that question for us.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I feel like if they're not going to be here, they should probably tell the owner that they're not going to be here. But you never know, especially with someone like Jack Blade. Oh, and a kick there, but I don't know if you want to go kick to kick with Adrian Evans.
Really, what Mind Games cements, right, is one half of the main event at Showdown is going to be a high powers member. Obviously, that's, if there is, unless, magically James Anderson gets in the match and wins, or Adam Orful manages to win tonight, the triple threat, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be half of the main event at Showdown is going to be high powers.
And from my understanding, heading into Mind Games, that's very, very close to your 365th day.
Lucas, it's one day away.
Day 364.
1 day. Mind Games marks 1 day shy of a full calendar year.
So not only the main event of Mind Games solidify that a higher powers member can enter the main event of Showdown, but a 1 year reigning SAWF champion can also do that. To my knowledge, no one else has done that, right?
I think the most someone's ever held the title, maybe Crisis held it for maybe like 100 and something days. That's it.
So that would be another bullet point on your already long list of accomplishments. The first person to 1 year with the SAWF championship.
And look, if it comes down to myself and Adrian Evans at Mind Games, he wants to win. And so do I.
Yeah.
So it's competition. That's what we're here for. At the end of the day, if you're not here to be the SAWF champion, what are you doing here? You're in the wrong sport.
Absolutely. And a great headlock applied there. And it would be the first time, I believe, since Showdown of last year that we would see you and Adrian Evans in a one-on-one match. But also, obviously, the tables has turned since that last match. Adrian Evans wasn't in the higher powers, at least not to my knowledge, unless there were some inner workings, but Adrian Evans wasn't in the higher powers.
It's very ironic that I cashed in on Evans last year at Mind Games, and now I have to face him again. It seems to be very ironic, and that's what I mean. This is James Anderson trying to split the higher powers.
Well, I mean, he's seen that you were able to take control of this game once before. So maybe he sees you as a threat, that you can maybe do that again.
James Anderson's always seen me as a threat. I've always been what James Anderson wanted to be. I mean, this is a guy that runs his own company. Yeah. I mean, you'd think someone like him would be the most successful, right? But he's not.
Jumping off the apron there, did Adrian Evans.
Five.
And
Maybe if they
Get
both
back
get
in the
counted
ring.
out,
Six.
maybe it'll just be myself and
Adam Awful in
one-on-one.
a singles match.
7.
7 count. They're only just stirring, just getting to their feet. And these two, I think, are too distracted
9.
with each other. Oh my god, they're double count out. These two got too into blows with each other, and just what you said only a couple moments ago.
Well, I guess it's me and Adam Awful in the main event.
Huh.
And James Anderson and Adrian Evans. Looks like it's a fatal 4-way, buddy.
Fatal 4-way?
Well done, Adrian. Bravo.
I guess when you run the
1
company,
week
you can
before-
change
1 week-
the rules as you
1
see
week
fit.
before Mind Games, and I need to defend my title in a fatal 4-way.
Well, you heard it here. A double count out Adrian Evans and James Anderson went to, but James decided that makes the main event here tonight a fatal 4-way for the SAWF Championship. A big match coming up. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be in 1 moment. Main event here at Takedown 124. Now, a fatal 4-way match for the SAWF Championship. The Prodigy, the champion, will be defending against Adam Awful, James Anderson, and Adrian Evans. A huge match. And right before Mind Games, the Prodigy has to defend against 3 other contenders, but 2 members of the higher powers are in this one. Will that have something to do with the finish? I don't know. Prodigy was talking about how this would be a glorified handicap match if James Anderson and Adam Awful were against him, but could not the same not have been said if it was Adrian Evans. So a team there, and there he is in his first ever match for the SAWF Championship. That is Adam Awful, and this is a big moment for Adam to get a shot here in a fatal 4-way match. He had a shot in a multi-man 6-man tag, but ultimately the egos of the team SAWF got the better of them, and that led to their loss, as Prodigy said to us earlier. But here comes Adrian Evans, and this is really interesting for Adrian Evans, because even if he's not successful here tonight, he gets the Prodigy of Mind Games, or, assumably, he gets whoever wins this match. It could be Adrian Evans versus Adam Awful, it could be Adrian Evans versus James Anderson at Mind Games. But you gotta think, Adrian Evans and James Anderson both wrestled a match. They're not going to be walking into this match 100% fresh as daisies. But maybe the goal of the higher powers right tonight is not to get the belt on Adrian Evans, but it's to keep the belt on the Prodigy. Makes sense to me. But also on the flip side, you got James Anderson. And as the Prodigy said, James Anderson's trying to drive a wedge into the higher powers. And if there's one plan that James Anderson has, it's to take that SAWF Championship away. And maybe James Anderson can let his ego go a little bit. And maybe for James Anderson, putting it on Adam Awful still serves the goal. So much like the higher powers might work together for the good of the Prodigy's SAWF Championship, maybe James and Adam Awful will work together for the good of taking the SAWF Championship. You could almost think of this in some ways as a tag team match. There are individuals who will work together, but it'll be interesting to see at the end of the day when it is every man for himself who takes it. Every man for himself. But you got to think for James, maybe working with Adam Orful a little bit is a part of the game plan, because you're not going to let the higher powers work together.
Adrian set him up.
Huh?
Adrian set him up, didn't he? 4? What's the chances? What are the chances, Lincoln? No numbers.
4.
4 men.
4. And every one of them wants the SAWF Championship. Every one of them wants to walk into Mind Games, the SAWF Champion. And then they want to win that match. And they want to walk out of Mind Games SAWF Champion. Because they are on the golden road to Showdown. And it is a dream, I think, of every wrestler in the SAWF to walk into Showdown, the SAWF Champion, and to walk out of Showdown, the SAWF Champion. If you did not see Showdown last year, biggest attendance, I believe, in SAWF history, and that crowd plays a lot into the minds of these wrestlers. And that's why you want to walk in as the champion and you want to walk out in front of all these people, looking like the best and being undisputedly the best. And if anyone has a strong claim as the best, it is none other than the Prodigy. Nearing 1 year as a SAWF champion at Mind Games 364, day 364 of that reign. It could all dissolve, it could all come crashing down. But also, maybe we won't get there. Maybe the reign ends tonight. In a way, you could argue that the cards are stacked against the Prodigy. He has his friends in the ring. But we've spoken about it. Egos get the best of everyone at the end of the day. Prodigy said it himself. If you're not in this business, if you're not in this company to be the SAWF champion, then what are you here for? The referee presenting the gold to all of the competitors in this one, letting them know what they're fighting for.
What's about? Referee has fallen over and hurt himself quite badly now. So I always try to roll that takedown. Nothing to do with my mind. Ready?
We're about to get underway
Are you
here.
ready, referee? Would you like to be in this match, ready? You're not good?
Waiting for the referee's signal to ring that bell. This is a big match. Got to check if everyone's ready.
Ring the bell.
And the match is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Huge match. A lot on the line here with the SAWF Championship. Being able to walk into Mind Games SAWF Champion. Being able to walk out of Mind Games SAWF Champion. And James going for a walk. Telling the quote-unquote children to rest. And suddenly, I don't know what James's deal is. This isn't a tag team match, but it might look like that for a period of time. And the four competitors are working out what to do with each other. I imagine it's hard. wrestlers are so climatized to having one person to deal with at a time. Whether it's a tag team match, whether it's a singles match. But at this time, they've got multiple people. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head in a match like this. And the Prodigy confident enough to leave Adrian Evans to do the work. But Adam Awful taking control here. And I spoke about the fact that Adrian Evans is not walking into this match 100% refreshed, hydrated, all of that. He had a match. Is he, you know, is he at 99%? I don't know. Is he at 80%? I don't know. But he's not at 100%. That's important. That's so important. And the Prodigy, is not sure what to do. And he's not. He looks like he wants to help Adrian Evans, but he's not sure. I mean, he knows the pride of Adrian Evans. He knows what Adrian Evans might feel if he got involved. And Adam Awful and the Prodigy squaring off here, lock up these two. There's still probably some unfinished business between these two. I'm sure the Prodigy still resents and thinks about that title shot. What is going on with the Prodigy? But James not. It is any man for himself, and going for a pin here. Now, for the Prodigy, he doesn't want anyone else taking a pin because that means he loses his belt. But I'm not sure about the mental state of the Prodigy right now. I don't know what's going on in his head. But right now, he's putting it to Adam Awful. Adam Awful is in that turnbuckle.
He is in that turnbuckle. What? He's in the turnbuckle? I'm going to sit down.
In the corner.
I need to sit down.
You need to sit down?
I'm going to watch this match.
We got a headset.
But this is an interesting match, Mr. Roger.
Yeah, and Adam Awful putting it to the Prodigy right now.
Goddamn interesting match.
You're in it.
As you can see here, I'm in it. Adrian Evans in the corner here. We are fucked because we already wrestled.
Yeah.
Look at this. Adam Awful. Why did he stop? The Prodigy.
Yeah, these three are still
World
not
champion.
I mean, for Adam Awful, this is the first time he's been in an environment like this. He has not been in a triple threat, a fatal four-way.
That's right. And there's no rules.
And there's no rules. And I was talking about usually you're one-on-one with someone, even in a tag team match.
That's correct.
There is only two of you in that ring the middle of those ropes at any given time. But right now,
dead right.
There are three other people other than yourself. So you got to have eyes in the back of your head.
You do, if you have one. I mean, go for it.
I don't.
I sometimes do.
I don't see them right
Does it
now.
count if you wear sunglasses on the back of your head?
I don't think so. And I don't know if you'd want the sunglasses smashed against the back of your head.
But it is protection.
Yeah.
And it would hurt them if they hit it.
True, the glass might get lodged into their hand.
That's absolutely right. And look now.
Now, I'm not sure if Adrian Evans
the world
appreciates
champion.
that you're just sitting here having a break.
I can do what I want. And what in the blue hell do you want? You want some?
He wants some.
You want some?
And I think James is going
to
give him some. Adam Awful is in the ring, putting it to the Prodigy right now. He's going for a pin. No one's there to break it up. But the Prodigy was able to kick out of that one. And James out of the chair! Oh my god, the chair just fell apart. Another chair.
Cracking shot, if I might say myself. I broke the chair. Clacking.
While James Anderson takes out Adrian Evans on the outside here, Adam Awful is showing the Prodigy what he has and that he can hang with the best of them. He can hang with the SAWF champion.
That gives him a bit of time to sit down and commentate. Adrian Evans hit with the LPG canister to the head. Would you believe it?
I cannot believe it at all.
And now the Prodigy is beating the living shit out of Adam. Why do I care?
You're in the match. Clothesline there, and the Prodigy's in control. But James Anderson, I think, is realizing that maybe instead of spending time on commentary with me, as much as he would like to do that, is he cheering on the Prodigy? I know we're not at mind games. I know that, but this is what this is right now. This is pure mind games from James Anderson, and I think it's working. The Prodigy seems shell-shocked, really. The Prodigy does not seem himself. And James Anderson's going to get in and start going for Adrian Evans here. He's got the ankle picked. Very unique move here. And uh-oh, what is the Prodigy doing with that chair? James wants none of it. Neither does Adam Awful for that matter. In fact, and I don't really blame them. I've never been hit with a chair, but I don't really ever want to. Oh, and James going straight for Adam Awful. Still, Adam probably may have seen James as an ally, but...
Come on, Prodigy, do it. Get him.
What the hell? 1, 2... Not quite.
Bad. Bad.
What is James's angle? Okay, Prodigy...
Definitely not a curve.
And Adrian Evans almost taking it there from beating Adam Awful. The champion does not need to be pinned or submitted.
I wasn't ready. I'm not ready.
See, I am surprised that this has worked from James Anderson. That he is. Oh my God! He's got a ladder.
Try me. I've got a ladder.
Where did he get that ladder from?
Ladder.
Why they just? What is the Prodigy thinking about? And Adrian Evans gonna maybe even out the odds a little bit.
You want some?
Two men might be better than one with a ladder. But
I'll use a ladder. I'll use it to climb. Do something about it. Come on.
Where is he climbing to?
In the middle of the ring. In the middle of the ring. In the middle of the ring. Let's do something. Come on.
And I think the Prodigy is trying to tell James, let's go. Let's do this. The Prodigy and James Anderson, the oldest. What just happened? I don't think the Prodigy understands what happened. I don't understand what happened. What just happened to James Anderson? He's down. He just said he's down. Maybe the ref's got to check on him. I mean, he held his head as he fell. And what is going on here? The Prodigy is unsure how to act. James gave him the opportunity to act, and the Prodigy is just sitting there, staring, glaring. James Anderson is trying to cement his place in the Prodigy's head, and I think the Prodigy is doing his darndest to keep him out. But I think it's too late now. It seems like James has his foot in the door. Oh, Adam tried to fight back there, but Adam biting off a little more than he can chew. Big boot. James is in control, and right now it's almost looking like James Anderson might be able to walk out as the SAWF champion, but Adrian Evans is not going to allow that one. But Adrian Evans picking the corpse. Deadeye to Adam Awful, but James Anderson throwing Adrian Evans out of the ring, but he's too focused on Adrian Evans, and the Prodigy in the ring. 1, 2, 3. But James didn't seem particularly bothered. Still, the SAWF champion, I think. Look, guys, I don't know what's going on either. No one has any. Can you feel it? I don't know what's happening.
Give it up for the Prodigy.
Yeah? What's going on, James?
I don't know.
You don't.
I'll tell you what, there's going to be something. I've got an idea.
He's got an idea. He's got an idea.
I've got it.
What is his idea? Ladder. He's got the ladder. I would get out of here. I would leave this ring. If you ask me, my honest opinion, what is he doing with this ladder?
Mind games. Prodigy, Adrian Evans Championship.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the main event, is it?
What?
There will be a Triple ladder match for the main event.
Huh?
And the winner becomes the number one contender. You know what? Good job, buddy. Me and you, Adam Orford and Anderson are in the ladder match. But the loser of this title match, obviously, taken into the ladder match. So, what do we do? Let's pick up a chair to ascend right now. The main event will be a ladder. The loser of the short title match can have a chance. But moving
So the Prodigy versus Adrian Evans for the SAWF Championship. That's happening, but it's not the main event.
Prodigy versus Evans, but the main will be a triple threat ladder match. Who will it be? I don't know. That's it. Now that is what you call mind games. You didn't see that coming, did you?
So Adrian Evans. Adrian Evans versus the Prodigy for the SAWF Championship will happen at Mind Games. But then afterwards, a triple threat ladder match to determine the number one contender. It'll be Adam Orford, will be James Anderson, and whoever loses out of the Prodigy and Adrian Evans. That is Mind Games, ladies and gentlemen. As James Anderson said, and James has gotten into the heads of everyone, I think. The Prodigy, Adam Orford, Adrian Evans, me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what James is thinking. But we know the card for Mind Games, and I'm going to run that one through with you here again. For the Takedown Championship, Mr. McMoon, the champion, will be taking on the challenger, Mike Dexter, in a rematch. Then, for the SAWF World Championship, the champion, the Prodigy, will take on Adrian Evans. Then in the main event, triple threat ladder match to determine the number one contender for the SAWF Championship. James Anderson, Adam Orford, and either the Prodigy or Adrian Evans. Whoever loses in that title match that precedes it. That is Mind Games. This was Takedown. I'm Lucas Roger.
I need to sit down, keep filming.
What is?
But wait, there's more. I'm a bit hyped. You know why? We forgot something, Lucas.
I did?
No, we did.
Oh, you did. I didn't
You
forget
see,
anything.
it's pretty
I don't.
simple. It's about Mind Games. This is Takedown, not Mind Games.
This is Takedown, Mind Games.
The Prodigy, the South Australian Wrestling Federation World Champion. He's facing Adrian Evans in a title match, but that's not main event. Main event is a triple threat ladder match. It will be me, James Anderson, versus Adam Orford. And the loser of the Sawf title match gets entered. That's the main event. It's good, right? But we're missing something.
Yeah, what are we missing?
Where's Jack Psycho, Blade, and Ryan Sampson?
Yeah, where are
They
they?
haven't been anywhere.
Yeah, we were
So
wondering that.
I think I need to put them in a match.
Yeah.
And I think the second match of Mind Games will be Jack Psycho Blade versus Ryan Sampson. But clearly, I don't know where they are. And did you know that Samurai Jack has COVID?
Samurai Jack has COVID?
That's why he hasn't been here.
Oh. Well,
And the
best
idiot,
wishes to Samurai Jack.
went near Jack Psycho Blade backstage, close contact, so they isolated.
Oh, okay.
We don't,
but
sorry, when we weren't here.
Yeah, okay.
They came to a training session
Oh, okay.
when we weren't here, and that happened.
Okay.
And Ryan Sampson, I don't know where he is, I haven't seen the guy, so it's a bit concerning. But I think if I book him to a match,
Okay.
so there's Mind Games. It's just
All
getting
right.
bigger and better.
Well, you heard it here. That's Mind Games. I'm Lucas Roger, and this is James Anderson.
It is.
See you next time.